Scandal Squad. Welcome back to the channel, Celebrity Scandalous. Hey, D Dot, welcome you guys. Hey, Lulu, my co-host, welcome you guys. I am back home. Oh my God. Y'all know I have been gone with my daughter on a business trip, and I am so happy to be back home. I'm so happy, you guys. I was in Orlando, and the weather was great and everything, but I don't care what you say. Like Dorothy said in The Wizard of Oz, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. So you guys, I am back grounded, and hopefully, y'all, I am starting today my day one of 100 days of morning trending topics live streaming. So y'all join me every day. I need you guys to keep this energy going. I need you guys to help me push through this. Hey, Eric E, welcome to the chat. I'm telling everybody I'm so happy to be back home. I'm ecstatic. I'm excited. I don't know. I'm just over the moon, you guys. And today I'm challenging myself. I mean, we all know we have challenges. Y'all put it in the comments, things that you struggle with if you want to, so we can support each other. Listen, one of the things I have a problem with is consistency. I am so inconsistent, y'all. I'm so inconsistent. And another thing is I'm just really inconsistent. So I am challenging myself to do 100 days of live streaming every single day in the morning, like a morning wake up before I get the rest of my day started. So I hope y'all are here with me, pushing me forward. I appreciate it. So again, hey D Dot, hey Eric E, my co-host Lulu. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. Y'all, let's get into the drama. And it's so much going on. I mean, I tried to do the best I could in terms of getting some videos out and everything. And y'all, just let me ask you a favor, y'all, my subscribers, we family, y'all. Please watch some of my pre-recorded videos and just so I can get into the algorithm. And the more you support, the more you'll get my notifications, because I know sometimes people say they aren't getting the notifications. But everybody, okay, let's talk about what's going on with Miss Wendy Williams, you guys. She was on the Breakfast Club today, and she was talking about, what happened with her yesterday. So if you guys remember yesterday, Wendy, when D-Dot says, I was watching some of this Wendy Williams drama. Okay, yes, D-Dot. So I did a video about it yesterday. Wendy allegedly, now this is what was reported yesterday, but we know everything that they report in the media is not always accurate. So there was a report that went out. Yes, and can y'all please hit the like button? Please, let's get the likes up, you guys. Y'all could tell I am full of energy. I don't have my coffee. I have my mushroom coffee. I'm about to bounce up out of this chair, you guys. And I think I'm so excited to be back home. I think that's what it is too. So Wendy, there was a report saying that Wendy had dropped a note outside of her window begging for help, right? And that the New York PD and the fire department came. And then we saw a video of her actually walking out of the senior living facility, because she's on the memory floor of that luxury apartment. And so she went to the hospital. They're saying she had a competency test, and she passed it. They said she got a 10 out of a 10. Well, excuse me, guys. In terms of having dementia, I don't know. I'm not a clinician. So some of the things that they're reporting may not be, accurate in terms of her medical part. But what they're saying is that she passed the competency test, and she's still in the hospital. Wendy is trying to expedite the stuff with the attorneys so that she can get out of this guardianship. So yeah, like D-Dot said, there's nothing wrong with her. That's what it sounded like. You could tell by her interview that she's not the same Wendy she used to be. But hell, she's damn near 60. Well, she is 60 years old. She's not going to be the same person she was in her 40s and probably even early 50s, right? Especially with all this. Exactly, Lulu. Set Wendy free. Yeah, that's the hashtag we're promoting, is Set Wendy free. So let's go ahead and I'm going to read this one article about her passing the competency test, and then we're going to go ahead and watch the video. So and this is such great news. This is awesome news. It says a psychiatrist at the New York hospital where Wendy was taken Monday has reportedly determined that her mental capacity is intact. they can get an independent doctor to attest to this, like a subject matter expert, when she goes to court, this will really come in handy. Williams, 60, arrived by ambulance at Lenox Hill Hospital on Monday after cops were called. Let me see. I want to make sure you guys can see this. Oh, sheeks. Y'all got to keep me on points because sometimes I'll be screwing up. Okay. I didn't even take this off. I want you guys to see. So as you can see right there, that's the New York PD escorting her out of the facility. Like, she cannot just get up and walk out, right? It has to be some kind of catastrophe. And when we watch the video, you're going to hear her talk about how she had to really be forceful and really, it's almost like a Lifetime movie. But anyway, let me pause that. So you guys saw that video. That was her walking out with the fire department. It says Wendy arrived by ambulance at Lenox Hill Hospital on Monday morning after cops were called to her assisted living facility for a wellness check when the former daytime talk show host tossed a handwritten note pleading for help out of a window. Once at Lenox Hill, the former shock jock was given a psychological examination called a capacity test, and she got a 10 out of a 10, meaning she was able to answer all the questions, the relevant questions, kind of showing that she don't have the dementia that they're claiming she had. And the other thing is we keep seeing her in these, hearing her in these videos, and she sounds lucid. She sounds as normal as me. And I know I'm crazy, y'all. I know I'm crazy. So it says, it goes on to say, the psychiatrist has determined that her mental capacity is intact. This is another picture of Wendy at the window. Now, this is an old picture, I believe, from maybe a month ago when she first did that interview with Harvey Levin. The exam Williams took may have been the abbreviated mental test score based on TMZ's description. The test used to assess the possibility of dementia in elderly patients. It includes 10 questions, such as the subject's date of birth, address, and who is the current president. Some people that's not supposedly mentally impaired, they don't even know sometimes they don't know the president. You know what I'm saying? They don't even be knowing that their own governor and all that stuff. But anyway, so according to Medical News Today, each correct answer earns 1 point. A score of 6 or below indicates a patient may be suffering from dementia or delirium. Williams is currently under court-ordered guardianship after being diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia. She has disputed the diagnosis and is fighting to end the guardianship. Doctors allegedly did not conduct any tests that could indicate whether she was misdiagnosed. So you know what I feel like at this point, it doesn't matter if she was misdiagnosed. What we know is that finally the ball is moving, and she has a court date coming up to challenge the guardianship. So hopefully all of this is moving in the right direction. The results of the capacity test will reportedly be sent to the judge, so that's great, in her guardianship case per TMZ. The call for Williams' wellness check came in about at 11:15 after she tossed a new note from the window. So Wendy's going to talk about that alleged note that she tossed begging for help, and like as if that was the reason that she that she got the help. That really wasn't it. It says help Wendy, but that's not exactly what landed her with the ambulance and everything, but we're going to listen to the video. It says the former Wendy Williams show host was moved to the memory unit of her residential facility in the early days of her stay, was also spotted at the window waving her arms at a Post reporter while speaking on the phone. Not long after, Williams exited the facility with a police escort who helped her into a waiting ambulance. Her legal guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, has stated in court filings that Williams had become cognitively impaired, permanently disabled, and incapacitated. So this woman has, it looks like, in my opinion, this woman has lied or exaggerated. And I mean, I have full, I believe that this is going to turn around for Wendy. I really believe this is going to turn around. It's gotten so much publicity, just like with the Britney Spears. People are doing things. There's court dates coming up. I think she may be, and listen, even if there's still some kind of a guardianship, it might not be as restrictive. And maybe her family there could be somebody in her family, not Kevin Jr., because they said we're hearing that Kevin Jr. is the reason she in the situation she in right now, but it looks like it's going to turn around. Wendy has insisted that she is being held in a prison, which it sounds like, hell, there's prisoners living better than Wendy. Last month, she scored a small legal victory in her battle to be free from the conservatorship when Morrissey informed the judge she would be open to Williams undergoing a new medical evaluation. And this whole thing with the medical evaluation, because of the money that Wendy has, because of the people, they're saying Diddy, and they're saying that people are trying to silence her. And I'm going to tell you the truth. The more I hear about Angie Stone and these celebrities, anything is possible. So we really want to make sure, or Wendy's team needs to make sure, they're getting objective people and people who are not compromised. That's the problem. A lot of these people are compromised, because if they weren't, I don't think Wendy would be in the situation she's in right now. But anyway, let's go on over here to the Breakfast Club and listen to, I'm going to go ahead and put the banner back up so that we don't get a strike. But let's listen to what Wendy is saying on the Breakfast Club this morning about what happened. And I'll have to take some pauses for YouTube. Y'all know how this works. So and you guys let me know if you can hear it.
It's DJ NV just
Hi.
Good morning, Wendy. I want to tell people who Gina is, because Gina's name came up yesterday in one of the TMZ articles. Gina is the president of Connect Care Advisory Group. And, Gina has been a godsend for Wendy Williams throughout this whole process, man. I want to salute Gina. And I want y'all to walk us through what happened yesterday with Wendy. It was a lot going on. We saw Wendy leaving the facility with all the police.
Yep.
What happened?
Well, the police showed up, and I'm exhausted. You know what I'm saying? I am exhausted, and I wanted to go to the hospital to talk to the doctor. Gina, you can expound upon that a bit, please.
So we were actually trying to figure out how to kind of break through and get some kind of motion into this case, because we were pretty stuck at one point waiting for the lawyers to get through and get some type of trial. So I did two things. I wrote a letter to the Adult Protective Services explaining to them Wendy's situation. She was isolated and we needed an investigation. Yesterday morning, during our morning calls, I told Wendy we will be calling the police. And we will be speaking to police, and we will be telling them that you are isolated.
Listen,
and we need some help.
So two police showed up, where I was, at the coterie, and so I was telling them, the same, and the next thing there are two more police, so there are four in total, and I was talking with Gina, and saying, go ahead, Gina.
Yep, and.
Okay, so Gina, I believe, may be her aunt. Oh, thank you, Eric. So D-Dot says Wendy should be able to get her show back. She should. Now, here's the thing. I think if she can do it like she does, she shouldn't have to go to the studio, because she's getting older. Maybe she can do it from her house. You guys remember when the pandemic first hit, she was doing her show. I think she had one assistant, and she was doing it at home, like tableside in her robe, in her Versace robe, y'all. Okay, in her Versace, darling. So I think if she can do something like that, she's getting older, just like Angie Stone, you guys. She don't need to be running. Remember how Angie was trying to do all of these, do her tour dates and stuff? She doesn't need to be going into the studio. She's older. She's Wendy. She can do it from her home. Lulu says she even sounds like the old Wendy. She does, you guys. She does. Eric E says, bless you. Thank you, Eric E. And he says she sounds like she's in her right mind. Absolutely. Listen, Wendy is older. She's not going to be the person she was in her 40s, but she's definitely mentally there. Wendy can get on and talk about anything like she used to. You can hear it. D-Dot says D'Angelo knew about, D-Dot, we got to talk about D'Angelo. D-Dot, you need to go to my page and look at the new stuff that I'm putting out about D'Angelo. I'm coming out with a new one today, you guys. They talking about did Angie groom D'Angelo? Now I'm just talking about what people talking about, so we gonna talk about it. But yeah, okay, you guys. So let's get back into what she's talking about.
The police came into the room. Wendy gave me the phone, and I pleaded with the police as if Wendy was my child. Please, you need to get her off this floor.
And listen,
she is confined.
I told them I am not incapacitated, as I've been accused. And this floor that I live on is the memory unit. The people who live there don't remember anything. Unlike me, like, why am I here? What is going on? It's a cry for help. You know what I'm saying? Charlamagne, I talk to you often and a lot. Mm-hmm. And Gina, go ahead and talk, please.
Now, Gina, let me ask you one question. Yes. There was something yesterday that said that Wendy dropped a note out the window, and that's how the police were called. Is that true? Is there any truth to that?
No.
That's so funny. Wendy's talking to me on the phone, and she's like, Gina, there's a photographer downstairs. What do I do?
Yep.
And I'm like, she's like, should I write them something? And I'm listen, yes, write help.
Let me tell you, this happened early in the morning. And it just so happens, because all I have a window, a bathroom, and a bedroom. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at the window and I see somebody say hi.
Eric, absolutely. They are trying to they are trying to do everything they could to make Wendy look like she crazy, like she don't know what's going on. And shout out to King Code TV. Y'all, that's family. Let's welcome King Code TV. He has a YouTube channel. Please take your time to go follow him. Him and his wife are always on the shenanigans. I'm over in that chat day there every day, you guys. They are crazy. So please go follow him. King Code says she got all her sisters. She does. Wendy sounds as lucid as me. Now, I know I'm crazy, y'all. But Wendy, you know what I'm saying? Wendy is fine. D-Dot says, Eric, facts. Yes, they are trying to set her up. And we know they are. Because Wendy, remember, y'all, go back. Wendy had all the dirt on all of the Jay-Z's and the Diddy's back in the day. Why all of a sudden is she locked up and nobody could help her get out? This woman got $60 million. Hell, I'm a thousandaire. Well, I might not even be a thousandaire after that damn trip. But Wendy, this woman got so much money. How are they holding her like that? That's crazy.
So I'm like, hi back. And I get on the phone and I'm talking with Gina, and my niece. And I asked them this, that, and the third. Go ahead, Gina.
Yes, the note had nothing to do with it. Wendy and I actually called the police directly.
Okay.
And convinced the police to come over to do a welfare check.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No, go ahead, finish.
And just insisted and pleaded with the officer on the phone that you have to get Wendy out of here. We have a guardian who is telling the whole building and the world that she's incapacitated.
Yes.
And she needs to be on a locked unit.
Yes.
And I said, please, you cannot walk out of that building without Wendy. And she told me, I promise, I will not.
Yo,
I will bring her home.
I was shocked to see Wendy walking yesterday. That's what I was telling Wendy yesterday.
Yeah.
She looked like she gained some weight too, you guys. It looked like, she was walking. I was so happy to see her up and mobile, so it looks like she's better. She's probably not drinking or whatever they've been doing to her. Eric E says, true, D-Dot. Lulu says, facts, D. I thought the same thing. D-Dot is saying, I think they held her hostage because she was saying too much. Absolutely. They want to silence her. Wendy is, y'all know Jaguar Wright. Actually, I was on in a chat with her yesterday on the Messy Sweet Spot. Y'all know Jaguar Wright has been talking about all these celebrities. Whether you believe her or not, a lot of the stuff that she said has come to pass, or some elements of it, right? But before Jaguar Wright, there was Wendy Williams. It was Wendy at the forefront of telling everybody's business. Y'all, please hit the like button. Let's get the likes up, you guys. Please, let's get the likes up.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, I can't. We seen them with Fatima feet. I was like, I could not believe.
Look,
Wendy
let me tell you something. So the cops say to me, you know what I'm saying? They say, Wendy, you have to leave the scooter. I said, okay, but just walk with me, okay? And so they walked with me. So it was like exercise for my feet. Go ahead, Gina.
Yeah, and so when the officers were there. Wendy started to feel she had a little bit of anxiety. And I said, tell them that you need to go to the hospital. And I said, when you go to the hospital, you're going to ask for an independent medical evaluation.
Yes.
But the building was giving us a hard time. They first sent a nurse.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, Wendy, we'll take care of it. I'll take your vitals.
And I said, no, thank you. No, thank you.
And I'm on the phone and I'm like, no, we need a medical doctor.
Right.
The nurse says, oh, we have a doctor in the building.
No, I want an independent doctor.
Damn, I keep forgetting to turn my mic on. Y'all know one of the ways that they make people go crazy is they put you in isolation. So the way that they're treating her, absolutely, Ericy, that totally would make a person go crazy. D. Dot says, Jag is part of the Diddy list and trafficking people. It's on her record. Yes, she has been named in that complaint. Oh my God. That complaint, D. Dot, we got to talk about that. Ericy says they're making, man, that apartment that she's living in, I believe the whole process is like $20,000 a month, or maybe even more. So everybody's making money. Morrissey, the Guardian, she's making money. I mean, this is crazy. Lulu says, seems like half the staff at the building is conspiring. Yeah, Lulu, shout out to Lulu. You guys, please go follow Lulu on Lulu's Divine Flow, her YouTube channel, TikTok, and Instagram. That's how they making money. They probably got all these rich people up in these conservatorships taking their money. Listen, they probably wouldn't take nobody like me. They probably boot me out on the street. But if you got some millions, girl, they gonna keep you locked up. Good morning, Queen Sugar. Welcome to the chat. Good morning, you guys. I already shouted your channel out. King Code TV told everybody to go follow y'all over there. They are with the shits and the shenanigans every day. Lulu says, hey, Queen. Queen says, hey, Lulu. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go back to let Wendy talk about what happened.
That's right.
And I'm like, no.
Doctor.
Yeah, I said, no, she needs to get out. We need to go to a hospital. That's not a hospital.
Right.
We need to get her out of there, and she needs to be seen by medical outside of this facility. And then finally, the cops were okay with that. And then the ambulance, and Wendy was okay as well. And they called the ambulance.
So just to clear it up. So they didn't want her to leave. They tried to do everything to make sure she didn't leave.
Internal.
Listen. And then I was on the phone. I was on the phone with Gina, and then I'm on the phone with my lawyer. You know what I'm saying? My lawyer was like, oh, okay. And I'm going to meet you at the hospital. You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised Sabrina Morrissey didn't come and jump on the ambulance.
No, please. My lawyer, Sadatu, was on it.
Yeah.
Question for you guys.
Sadatu Salami.
Yeah, she did. I actually called her, told her that Wendy was going to be admitted into the hospital.
Yes.
And she drove from Long Island to the hospital. And she actually stood by Wendy's side because I said, you have to be there. And you have to tell the doctors that Wendy's being held captive. The world thinks that she's incapacitated and they need to do an independent exam.
Right.
Because the issue here was that Wendy has a guardian. So that guardian is in charge of medical decisions as well.
And
so I told her,
by the way, at the hospital, they tell me that my guardian was right here, on the other side of right here.
Shout out to D. Dot. D. Dot, I'm with you. I don't like the Breakfast Club that much either. I just don't. I don't know why, but I don't. It's just that oftentimes they be getting some of the good interviews. But yeah, I'm not a fan of them either. I ain't gonna lie.
It never said hi. And my lawyer could attest to that. The guardian person
Sabrina Morrissey
was in the hospital. Yes. It never said anything to me at all.
She was at the hospital yesterday?
Yes. This is yesterday. Yesterday morning. Yes. Yesterday in the afternoon. She was here.
Can y'all imagine having some person who's not a relative, I'm not going to call the woman a weirdo, but let's just say, for lack of a better term, some weirdo is appointed to dictating every aspect of your life, who don't give a ish about you, don't know nothing about you, but getting a paycheck, a good piece of money too. Like, that's crazy. Keeping you prisoner. You have not done nothing wrong. You're not in prison, but treating you like this, showing up at the hospital. That's like a Lifetime movie, y'all. This is a horror film to me.
And she never said anything to you. You know, did you see read the Vanity Fair article? I don't know how you would have read it though, Wendy. But she said that you guys have a really good. Oh, hey, Wendy. She said that you guys have a really great relationship and that you guys, like, it's very friendly when you see each other, and that happens often. But she was at the hospital yesterday and didn't say anything to you?
Please. She because she's lying about the Vanity Fair.
What you mean she's lying in Vanity Fair, you mean?
Yes, about what was being said, according to what she was saying. And
gotcha.
She was there with, anyway. The point is that then where I am, you know, at that coterie, right now there is another person right there. Like, if I open the door, there's a person from the coterie.
Wow,
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's very sad. You know what I'm saying?
Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking to Wendy Williams, and Gina is also on the line.
Gina
as well.
Lisa, she's the president of Connect Care Advisory Group.
Now tell us what happened when you got to the hospital, because there were claims that they did it.
Okay, you guys, so let me make a correction. I thought that was her niece, because I know her. I forget her niece's name, but no, this is somebody else who's been working to assist her, and she's been on a lot of the shows with her on the Breakfast Club as well.
Test, and she got 10 out of 10 on the test. So what happened when she actually got to the hospital?
Well, when I got to the hospital, you know, immediately, you know, and they're saying, you know, I get checked in, right? And then, you know, they checked me for the heart palpitations, and they did all kinds of scans, and Gina, can you expound upon?
Yes. So she arrived at the hospital, and the attorney convinced the doctors. So according to what was told, the guardian was there and Wendy's attorney. And I think there was a little back and forth as whether she was going to allow Wendy, the guardian, to get evaluated.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor saw there was a difference between the guardian's opinion and her lawyer's opinion, and the doctor had to go to his legal department from the hospital to clear, to see how he was going to do it. He received the clearance for the evaluation, and then Wendy took 2 evaluations, and pretty much they're evaluating whether she has competency and is able to make decisions, and she passed both tests.
What does the 10-10 mean?
I'm sorry?
What does the 10-10, what does it mean, Gina? Tell me what 10
out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, correct. 10 questions asked, 10 questions answered correctly.
I mean, they asked me simple things like, you know, who's the president? You know what I'm saying? What's my birth date? Anyway, yeah, I scored.
Who'd you tell them the president was, Wendy?
Oh, please. A friend of mine. a friend of mine. Who was on the show and also beyond.
I have a question for you guys too. So there are reports that this exam that you did can't be used in moving forward to prove the like that you're not incapacitated. Can you clear that up, or like explain, like, I don't know if I missed that part, like how this will be used?
That's actually false.
Yeah, when I heard her say that any of these tests can't be used to dispute whatever they're saying about her, you can always get an outside subject matter expert to support, you know, the fact that you are competent, you know, to counter whatever they're saying. So I guess she's going to talk about that. Lulu says the guardian is like a torn in her behind. Set Wendy free. Exactly. Yeah, they're asking us to continue to use the hashtag Free Wendy. And Lulu says, get those likes up, y'all. Let's get those likes up.
That's a medical exam done by an independent doctor by a very well-known hospital. You can use that for the court.
So
I don't know who said that.
What's the next steps, Gina and Wendy? Tell the people what's the next steps.
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something?
Of course.
The Guardian my lawyer was going to come to the hospital to see me, right?
Mhm.
And the guardian, from what I understand, gave my lawyer the wrong address.
Oh,
Wow.
So it just so happens that I know what hospital I'm in. So when I was talking to my lawyer, she said, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yes." "Why do you say that?" And yeah.
Because everybody
Weird,
thinks you're
but true.
incapacitated, so they don't think they know where you at.
correct.
They don't think you
Yeah,
know where
you
you
know what
at.
I'm saying? Trying to keep me hiding so that they can keep it so that everybody thinks, them.
Wendy, you gonna be on the?
Anyway.
Are you really gonna call into the View this Friday?
Now, this is crazy to me because the more we're hearing about this case, the more it sounds like these people are using illegal methods to keep her sequestered or away from her family. Like, right? Doesn't it sound weird? Like Lulu was giving that like shock face. Queen Sugar saying, "Wow." Um, and D Dot is saying, obviously, that's really weird to me. You guys, because remember, they wouldn't let her leave the room. At one point, she actually had a staff member standing outside her door, like she's trying to escape. Wendy is 60 years old. How much can she do? We heard she got drunk, but this is above and beyond. They have people who have committed unalivements and don't get treated like this. Eric E says that's sad, and Queen Sugar says exactly. This is a Lifetime movie, y'all.
Excuse me, Gina.
Yes,
Can
we
you talk,
are.
please?
We are calling in and having a talk with the wonderful ladies on The View.
What time is that gonna be? I don't want Wendy calling nobody before 7 a.m.
Oh my gosh, okay. It comes on at 11 a.m. The View. My friend Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar. Listen, I've been to The View several times in life.
See?
It's nice. I enjoy The View.
Because Wendy just woke up, by the way. I just want y'all to know that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
she ain't even brushed her teeth yet.
Yeah.
They also said in Vanity
No.
Fair that the only way that you're able to talk in these interviews is because it's scripted, but you didn't know any of the stuff that we were asking you today. So.
No.
Well, you know what? Do you want to know what? My guardian person says that I don't know how to talk, that everything's scripted, which is untrue. You know what? The same person who says I'm incapacitated, which I am not. Oh, excuse me. These are the same people who say, if you say something too much, then I am too like scripted or whatever. It's like saying whatever.
Hey, Kagura, welcome to the chat. Welcome. Please hit that like button as you come in.
Like, who doesn't say whatever? I'm sorry. I say whatever.
It's all.
What do you say?
I call it like all Jedi mind game.
Right.
She really just wanted the world to believe that Wendy was incapacitated. She
Right.
had her locked up.
Yes.
She gave her a phone where she can't receive calls. And her big mistake was that she didn't realize who Wendy Williams was.
That's right.
And she has a platform like Breakfast Club, and
Thank
she's
you.
very well connected, and there are people who will back her up.
And I have to tell you something. Whenever I'm on the radio and I'm talking with you, Charlemagne, whenever I'm talking with you, DJ Envy, whenever I'm talking with you, Oren, whenever I'm talking with you, Gina, Rosanna Scotto, Harvey Levin, I mean, just my life is so benevolent talking to you people.
No.
Really.
Yeah, that's her. Wendy, that was her life, right? Wendy likes to be out there talking. That's what she was paid to do, to talk. Okay, Ms. Wendy Williams. So when she's able to talk to people, they have taken away her lifeline. It's a wonder that woman is not crazy. I can't imagine being locked up somewhere, told where I can and can't go. It's like, that's weird, right? I mean, this is just weird. And then Lulu says, yes, Wendy, be yourself. I'm so glad that she has finally been able to reach out to people. Y'all remember just like a month ago, they had taken her phone away. She doesn't even have her original phone that had all of her contacts in there. She could only call out, but she could not receive calls. Can you imagine that, y'all? Like, she is a common criminal.
Those are all our folks. Yesterday everybody was like, yeah, they can't wait to see, Wendy back on TV, blah, blah, blah. I mean, Wendy does have plans once she gets out, but, we'll talk about all that stuff at another date.
And how long were you at the hospital? How long was she at the hospital, Gina and Wendy? And is she back at the facility or is she still at the hospital?
No. I'm still at the hospital.
Okay.
I'm waiting for my lawyer, who will be here. Also, there's some things that I cannot talk about regarding the hospital. Gina, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't tell
I
nobody
do.
where you at.
No, we're not gonna
Thank
tell
you.
nobody that.
No. I mean, at this point, everybody's just trying to figure out what's going to happen, whether she's going to go back to the luxury prison.
But can I
Or-
tell you something? Can I tell you something, though? Here at the hospital, believe it or not, I've met so many beautiful people. You know what I'm saying? We talk about this and we talk about that. And yes, they know who I am. And believe it or not, yes, they listen to you on radio. I mean, it's really kind of amazing. You know what I'm saying? That and those people who saw that 4-part dump regarding the lifetime Alaman lawsuit, you know, the people who saw that 4-part thing, when they look at me here at the hospital, they're like, Wendy, it's so nice to actually see you. You are so this and so that. And I'm talking about gorgeous stuff, you know, in terms of the way we're talking to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when I was on the phone with you yesterday, you was kicking mad people out your room. That's all I kept hearing you do. You kept telling people, get the hell out your room. And that's what I said, oh, that's definitely Wendy.
Listen, I got to tell you something. My lawyer, and the beautiful people at the hospital, they brought me Chipotle. Do you like Chipotle?
Love it.
We love Chipotle.
What you get in a bowl?
Well, let me tell you something. Simple things like at the coterie on that floor. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to D Dot. That's exactly what I've been saying. Lulu says she hopes she doesn't go back. Well, she's still in the hospital as of this morning, and probably still because it's under court order, she may have to go back. But at least she has an attorney working on getting her out. But D Dot hit it on spot on. They should put Kanye in that facility, y'all. We got to talk about Kanye with his KKK. This outfit he's gonna be. Is he crazy? I don't. And Queen Sugar was saying he was trolling. Queen Sugar, I saw you guys, y'all got to go check out their video where they're talking about Kanye. I don't know if he's trolling or not, but considering the state of affairs that we're in, you can't play about stuff like that. And we got to remember, Kanye was the one who made that crazy comment about slavery was a choice. Mother Ducker, are you crazy? What? Hell, we don't even choose to work to get money. It's a necessary evil we have to do. So that's crazy. So I feel like Kanye definitely should be in Badida, and you know that they were trying to do that. They said like a couple months ago that Bianca Sensori, his wife, there was no prenup, and she was trying to get him under a guardianship. So he gonna keep playing around, and he gonna be in one too. Lulu was laughing. Lulu and D Dot and Eric, everybody, y'all. Yeah, D Dot, absolutely. It is Kanye that's gonna be held up in a room like that, but I don't think Kanye's is gonna be as nice as Wendy, especially when he's talking about the KKK. That's not funny. It's not funny. I don't know why he's doing that.
There's nothing like, oh my gosh, I would love steak, medium well done. I would love.
You forever a big back.
Corn on the cob. Ooh, like, come on, my mouth is watering.
Well, hopefully you'll be home soon and we can get you all of that good stuff.
Oh, that
Wendy, you know
soul food
another
she
thing
wants,
people say, you don't say how you doing enough for people no more.
Oh, my bad.
Well, how you doing? Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. Thanks, Queen Sugar. Yes, what I was saying is D Dot is right. They are saying that that Bianca is his handler, and I believe either she's going to try to get him with that with a guardianship and or a divorce and take half the money, because initially they were saying that she wanted half because they didn't have a prenup with. Now that's stupid. Lulu says Wendy love, man, that is funny. That's exactly what I was thinking when Charlamagne said a big bag, because you guys remember, if y'all go way back into the early 2004 when Wendy was on WBLS, Wendy, she would talk and she'd be like, she would almost salivate when when she would talk about food, she would have to suck because she was a big back and she loved her food, which it ain't nothing wrong with that, y'all. But then if you get closer to once she got on television, then do you guys remember she went through that whole phase where she said she was vegan, which was weird because y'all know that Kevin, her husband, his side chick, Serena, she was into vegan food. So apparently she had a vegan restaurant. So it's like she got Wendy allegedly into being a vegan. But I never believed that Wendy, because I think a couple of times I heard her slip up and say she had a burger. But I used to be cracking up when Wendy was trying to be vegan. It was like, girl, you like food too much. Queen Sugar says, yeah, Ye is not crazy though. Girl, Queen Sugar, Kanye I think he's autistic, I think he's brilliant, but I also think he suffers with some kind of mental illness. So Eric E says the sound is off. I think it's back on now. D-Dot says Wendy's breakfast was a big bottle. Oh, D-Dot, no, but you're right though. D-Dot, a big bottle of liquor and a little bit of some pills. They say she had a whole little concoction. Y'all please hit the like button. Hit the like button. You guys are a mess.
Yes.
Is that too as the anyway?
Too scripted, as the Guardian would say.
Gina, there's a lot of talking that me and Charlene do. Continue to finish talking, and then people might start coming in.
All right. Okay. Well, listen. Just wrap it up, Gina. Tell them, maybe give us some next steps. Tell the people what they can continue to do. That get Gina, to the finish line.
Continue supporting Wendy. Continue just #free Wendy. We're hoping we can kind of find an alternative plan instead of going back to the luxury prison. I know Wendy wants to give a big shout out to NYPD,
yes,
who came in and just stood their ground and make sure that Wendy was able to walk out of that building.
And shout out to all the New York police people. Please, thank you.
We love you, Wendy.
Wait, real quick, Gina.
Thank you very much. I love you all too.
Lauren,
what's the timeline on this? Like the investigation and stuff. Like when how does that work? Because I know there's two now, right? There's one by APS, Adult Protective Services, and one by NYPD. So like in the next couple
Adult
days.
Protective Services, the case is still open. I have the direct line to the worker that will be handling the case. There's a couple of options I put out for APS how they should come in here and even come into the court and make a recommendation that the guardian should be removed, that Wendy should be in a less restricted environment. Adult Protective Services does have that power, and I'm urging them that they immediately use that power.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right, Gina. All right,
Gina, Wendy Williams, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, peace.
Thank
now.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wake that ass up
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
So basically, Wendy is still in the hospital. She has a court date coming up, and hopefully they will be able to get a reversal in this guardianship, or at least get some changes so she's not in such a restrictive state. And shout out to everybody that joined this morning. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here, but I will be back today. Y'all know I'm just getting back home, and so I'm happy to be home. Dida says, as a matter of fact, they did say she will get her show back. They're going to start with her 2 or 3 days out of the week. Yes, I have heard that she's been working on trying to get her show back for a minute, and I think if they didn't do all this sneaky guardianship stuff, her show would have already been back on. So y'all don't forget, on Friday, she's going to be on The View. So that's what we got. I don't know if she's going to make a public appearance or if it's going to be virtual, but we will be checking into that. We got to see how she does and all of that stuff. And also, you guys, don't forget, Angie Stone has a funeral coming up, okay? Angie Stone has a funeral coming up. Y'all also don't forget Dwayne Wiggins of Tony died last week, okay? And he was connected to Angie Stone as well. So it's a lot going on, you guys, but we're going to stay on top of the topics. You guys don't forget to go follow Lulu's Divine Flow, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. That's my co-host. Y'all shout her out, show her some love. Don't forget to go follow King Code TV with him and Queen Sugar. They always on the shenanigans over there. Just a fun time, so please go check them out as well. And y'all, please do me a favor today. Go watch some of my pre-recorded videos, at least one, and leave me a comment. That would help me so much. D-Dot says, Angie's death is very suspicious, as they say on the lounge. Absolutely. Eric E says, let's go, Wendy. Much love. Yeah. Oh man, D Dot. I'm hearing so many different things about, they're saying she may not have been alive at the time of the death. Some people are saying, like, y'all know the people who were in the sprinter signed an NDA talking about they can't talk about it. It's so many weird things going on with that case. It's so much to unpack. I have been more focusing on, and it's still under investigation, just so you guys know. There was also a rumor that one of the tires was shot out. I don't know. There's just so much. But hold on, you guys. 1 second. Hold on. I have been focusing more on I did a video about D'Angelo. People were saying, how come D'Angelo hasn't come out and said something or made a public statement? So I have been kind of focusing on that and kind of looking into their relationship. And it's a lot. It's just a lot. But y'all go watch some of the pre-recorded, and then jump in the comments and let me know what you guys think about this Angie Stone and D'Angelo. And I know that he's not the entirety of her career, but that relationship is crazy. People are saying all sorts of things. I didn't even know that allegedly that they were supposed to do a concert, or that they were going to go on tour, but he didn't want to do it because he didn't want to do it with her. Like, it's a lot. D-Dot says these industry people do be faking their debt for a money. Yeah, that's true too. There was some issue in terms of where her body went, how it was transported, the time of death. There's different times in terms of when they recorded the accident. It's just a lot. Eric says, wow, D-Dot. D-Dot says, Eric, pure facts. Yeah, it's a lot of weird things about it. And I think the reason people are just so shaken up is because she had recently started calling out the industry in terms of stealing her money. I mean, she's over the last year, I think she started this maybe a little bit more than a year ago. But if you go on her YouTube channel, so she talks about revealing all the secrets of the industry. And it's just weird that she's the only one that ended up unalived on that sprinter. Y'all, I mean, you just really, it's just too many inconsistencies. And we've seen this before. You know what they say, these celebrities are definitely worth more unalive than they are when they're alive. Her record sales go up. Who owns the rights to her music? They sometimes have insurance on these people. So it just makes you wonder, it's so suspicious. And why do these people have to sign an NDA? I've never heard of anything like that in terms of a car accident. Like, why would you have, what is there for you not to be able to tell other than the truth, right? So that's just all weird. I mean, it's just weird. And then, the sprinter, the way it turned over, like, if you look at the sprinter on his side, it doesn't look like it was crushed. What happened to Angie? Was she not wearing her seatbelt? Like, y'all need to tell us something. But they're supposed to have 2 funerals. They're going to have a funeral on Friday, and then there's going to be one on Saturday. I have been looking around to see if it's going to be live streamed anywhere, because I know if we can, we want to see. So y'all, if y'all have any information on that, drop it in the comments, or post it on one of my videos, please, because we want to know. I mean, there's just still so many unanswered questions. And then, you guys, and this is another thing, I know it's a little taboo. People are saying let the woman RIP, but she's already resting, in my opinion. She's with her maker. But people are talking about saying that Angie Stone groomed D'Angelo. So I've been following that story. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. I just started hearing this recently. I didn't know that people were calling her out about that and saying that she used him. And then there's a song that she wrote, and I believe it's called Come Home. I didn't know nothing about this song, but they're saying that this was a song that she wrote when she was pregnant with their son, because he had left, and almost like he didn't know that she didn't believe she was pregnant with his baby. It's like, it's so much. D-Dot says D'Angelo went bucket naked for his records to sell. Yes, he did. And it's crazy, D-Dot, because remember, Angie says he didn't have confidence when he was with her. She's the one who helped co-write all of those records. his career took off way bigger than hers when she was really huge asset to him and getting his stuff out there in the public. And then once he got big, they gonna say that she wasn't pretty enough to be with him. So it's a lot of stuff, right? And then she got pregnant and all of that. And apparently there was a 13-year age gap. I did not know that before. You know, I used to love D'Angelo, but I didn't know that. And they were saying that she used him, which I don't see how she really used him, because she helped him. She helped get his career off. So the industry is dirty. It's really dirty. They were supposed to be going to a concert one night or something, and they were on the she was pretty. She was, you know, but the industry has a standard. I think it was Eva Marcel, the model. They were on their way to an awards show or award ceremony or something, and they stopped the car or something. However it happened, they had Angelo get out of the car from her and then put him in the car with a model. So that's crazy, you know. I mean, but that's the kind of stuff that they would do. And then once his career tanked, they started blaming Angie Stone, you know, acting like it was her fault. So she talks about how she was blacklisted because of him. But there's also, you guys, now her daughter came out recently. I know you guys may have seen that video where she was a little bit, I'm gonna say, inebriated, or, you know, teeth missing and all this stuff. But and you know, so a lot of people are saying that her kids weren't good to her, you know, stuff like that. But her daughter, there's a video, and I might play it when I do some more Angie Stone stuff, where she says that D'Angelo, he kind of ruined her career. Now, I don't know. That just could be the daughter. You know, her daughter's name is Lady Diamond. I don't know if this is just the daughter talking out of her ass. I don't know. But she's saying that D'Angelo really, he's the one that derailed her career. So it's messy. It's messy. But anyway, you guys, we're going to stay on top of those topics. Again, please do me a favor. Go follow the people that I asked you to, or just give them a shout out. And go watch one of my videos, my pre-recorded videos, and just leave a comment for me. And another thing, you guys, before we leave, do you guys let me know? I want to know. I do a lot of the AI videos because it's cleaner when you do a story and you talk about it. The editing takes longer because you have to delete the pauses and everything. But when you use AI, it's your voice, but it's a cleaner video. Do you guys mind when I do the AI? Let me know if you prefer me to do it in my own natural voice, or if you okay with the AI. Just let me know. Just want to hear your thoughts. But anyway, you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you later. Don't forget, life is not a one size fits all. So do you, boo. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye, y'all.